Okay, we'll call the meeting to order, and the single-purpose meeting, the purpose of the amendment is to add policy, general provisions and definitions, and amend definitions in the municipal planning strategy and land use bylaw to distinguish short-term rental accommodations from other forms of accommodations which would align with other municipal documents. And you're satisfied it's properly before us, Mr. Lamy?
Appears to be, Mr. Warden.
Thank you. Overview by the planner?
Yes.
You guys can
Good evening,
still
Your
speak,
Worship.
can you?
Council. So the warden just outlined the proposal. Short-term rental accommodations have been, there's some amendments made for that. So there's 2 policy sections and a general provision and several changes to the definitions section. So this is to differentiate short-term rentals from hotels, bed and breakfasts, things like that.
Yep.
So council has directed staff to prepare a short-term rental licensing bylaw to manage short-term rentals. As you heard with the bylaws that were before you this morning, the licensing and the marketing levy. This will bring all the documents in line with the definitions and such.
And
The draft village plan already has these changes, so this will mirror what's in that document. As far as making a general amendment to the municipal planning strategy, there's section 9.8 has 4 matters to evaluate. So does the change respect the intent of the MPS? It does. Has the work been done in a thoughtful and transparent manner, following detailed study? That's correct. Is it in the public interest? I believe it is. And has the public participation program been undertaken? We've finished the public participation program, I guess aside from the hearing here. But there was a public information meeting March 13th. No one was in attendance, and we've not had any concerns raised by any members of the public. The matter was presented to the Municipal Planning Advisory Committee on March 19th. We had a good discussion with the committee members, and they gave a recommendation for council to move ahead with the draft amendments. The draft amendments were circulated to the municipal solicitor, and there was a few wording changes that just made it a little more clear that have been changed. I believe from what the Planning Advisory Committee had seen, but very minor change. So the public hearing report is part of the package, and it goes over the motions that have been passed in relation to getting to this point. It outlines the reason for the amendments and where the request came from. We've done all the proper meetings and reporting for this as far as I can tell, and all the notifications have gone out, and I think everything is in order in that manner, and we've gone through the draft amendments, but as you can see in the draft amendments, there's a new policy G32 and a new policy G33, and G32 is just clarifying that short-term rentals are what they are and allowing for regulations in the bylaw, and that policy G33 is to state that short-term rentals are 4 or less units. Once you get over that threshold, we consider it commercial use. And then in the land use bylaw, there's a short-term rental definition, and the definition for tourist accommodations has been changed a little bit to be more clear, and specifically says, no, this does not include short-term rentals. And then there was another definition change from, rather than tourist home, we have a tourist accommodation unit definition, which helps clarify what type of unit is in relation to what type of accommodation you're doing. And then there's a brief general provision in the land use bylaw that explains that there's no development permit required for short-term rental proposal, and that other bylaws, policies, or orders of council apply to them, so that it says that reference the licensing bylaw for short-term rentals. So that,
Your report?
my report.
Questions before I open it to the public? Okay, we've been through this. Since the province changed some of the rules, we have to, whatever. Yeah. Any comments by the public? Okay, will you see the recommendation, people? You want me to read it for you?
Sure.
Municipal Council give first reading to the enclosed draft amendments, attachment A to the municipal planning strategy land use bylaw, referencing short-term rental accommodations in policy and in general provisions, and to add and amend definitions for rental accommodations to distinguish short-term rental accommodations from traditional tourist accommodations, and reference other applicable municipal bylaws, and to schedule a public hearing.
Nope, that's tonight.
Oh, okay, well, okay, we already did it. Okay,
So it's, it actually is that municipal council approve
Right.
second reading.
Second reading.
improve second reading, okay. Well, I was just going by what it said
Yeah,
right
that
there.
was, that was the report that
That's what you
originally
gave me.
council.
I will make that motion.
Moved by Abdallah, seconded by anybody? Tom? Discussion on the motion? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion is carried. That is the end of the business for the day, people. And I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Moved by Abdallah, seconded by Clarissa. Discussion, all those in favor? Opposed? Motion is carried.
Yeah, would you stay here?